Got the radiator support, inner guards, and that grill thing. Just welded some holes up. I'm gonna get it all blasted and get it painted. This radiator support is pretty shoddy, but it's better than nothing, and they're getting pretty rare, so I can't seem to find one anywhere. And today I'm going to be working on the headlining. I can walk in the tray now. It's been 2 days since I put the wrap liner on, so I'll be able to walk in the tray and get under here and do this. It's pretty painful, but it's got to get done. So I'm going to use, I've got case bond. This is what I use to stick it in place, and I've got some pinch weld offcuts, just some old pinch weld, and I cut little sections and pretty much use it to hold it in place while the glue dries. And I'm going to start probably up the back. I'll start at the back first and then move my way forward. Here's the old pinch weld, just off an old car at the farm. I've got the grinder over there. I'm just going to go through and cut off little chunks out of this. Alright, so I just cut them all off for the grinder. You got to use a grinder because they have metal inserts, so made a mess, just cleaned it up, and let's get started. So I've just basically got it pinned at the back. I've just used 3 offcuts of the pinch weld back there, just for now. And how these come, they got like a little, I don't know, cardboard looking thing at the bottom there, and I've essentially just put the screws in like that and just given it a fold, like so, folded it up and then put the screws through, line them up to the holes. So I'm going to screw that in, do the same on the other side, and from there I'll start pulling this tight and stuff and getting it up there. Alright, so I've just got them in both sides now, and it pretty much pulls that tight once those two are put in. So now it's nice and pulled tight. Alright, so now I've got one here, and I just put 2 down the sides here, and let's just pull that tight. It's starting to resemble what a headlining should look like now, once the front's pulled. Okay, I have forgotten how I did this in the past, the front area, but I currently just got some pinch weld up in there. I don't know if I use glue or not. Can't really get glue in there, but the little hooks up in there will hold this in place, and I suppose once this strip is put in there, then it's never really going to come off. Okay, so I just trimmed it back pretty, so you know, you got to pull on it. When you're pulling on it kind of tight, that much is showing. And I'm just gonna go in the middle with this, pull it tight, squish it on, and then move across. Alright, so that's how it's done. It's literally just a matter of pushing that on. So no glue up the front. And we turn that torch on. It's starting to look really good too. It's nice and pulled tight. And I found too, when putting the pinch weld on the ends, you're better off going for where the lines are, where the rods are. So you're better off pulling here tight rather than pulling in the middle. You pull here and it pulls, you know, the whole through here tight. So here tight, pinch weld pull here tight, pinch weld, same on the other side. And it's looking good. Now I've just got to probably do a bit of cutting up in this corner, get that right. And I'll probably have to do a bit of cutting back here, I'd say, because it's pulled really tight. So here I'm just pretty much putting glue in there, pulling the headlining tight and clipping these on to hold in position. Wait till the glue dries, then you can pull these off and it should all stay there, hopefully. No, it'll stay there. So, and as you can see, it's pulling. Oh, this GoPro's not very good for this, but it's pulling it nice and tight, so it's going to look really good. So I'm just going to keep putting along doing this, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Also, one other note when putting the glue on, just try and make sure you put it on the other side and then like kind of wipe it on the other side and then put the pinch weld on, otherwise it's going to push the glue up here and you're going to see it because it'll just stick there and it'll be a pain to get off. Because that's what happened over here a little bit, so I had to get the wax and grease remover out already. So just try to get it on the other side and kind of wipe it in so it's on the other side, and then put the pinch weld up. So pretty much all done. And I'm going to leave it overnight just so it gets maximum adhesion going on, and I'll just cut around there with a knife once I pull all them off. And up under here, actually turned out really good. A bit of a crease there, but they pull out quite easily, as you can see, once the pinch weld goes on. Turned out really good. Roll cage pretty much covers a lot of it anyway. Got a small crease up in that corner, but that'll probably come out once I fill in that little gap there. It was better than I expected. That's it, guys. That's installing a headlining into a HQ HZ Kingswood Ute, or 1-tonner. Obviously no front windscreen. I don't even know if you could do this with a front windscreen, but I'd hate to attempt it. So it turned out really good, really happy. Only took a couple hours. Obviously it's more like a overnight job because you gotta let it dry and stuff, but it's not much work involved. Lovely. That's all, folks.